Hi, my name is Lauren Evans. Originally, I had argued that the United States or any other state in particular should be able to suspend human rights in order to protect the national security. So now I have to argue the other side of that, and I had argued mostly focusing on enhanced domestic security and improved intelligence and how that would benefit the people that were living in the United States. And because this is the government of the United States, it should be protecting the people who are in the United States over somebody who is not a U.S. citizen. I think that basically says that some humans have more privilege than others. So it's basically changing from, oh, because you're a U.S. citizen, you should be protected. Then it's also, in that sense, saying, well, you're not a United States citizen, so you shouldn't have the same rights as the people who are in the United States. But these are in regards to human rights, which are supposed to be something that is nationally and internationally recognized. So these human rights are in place because it's something that you will have no matter where you go. You will always be protected. So if that isn't the case and these people aren't being protected, but only certain people are, and we're just picking and choosing, then that seems to defeat the entire purpose of having human rights in place in the beginning. They were meant to protect everybody who is living in the United States and everybody who is on vacation or who is moving to or is migrating or fleeing to the United States. It's supposed to protect everybody, not just the United States citizens. So if we're violating these human rights for the people coming into the country, it would only seem fair that we violate the rights of the people who are already in the country, or the more logical approach would be to recognize both of the rights of non-citizens and citizens and treating them equally. Another thing that I talked about was border security, and that one's a very, very big one, especially politically right now. There's so much conflict with, for example, Trump building the wall, whether or not that would be violating these people's rights, whether or not that's something that's necessary for us to do in order to protect the United States from illegal immigration and so on. I'm not necessarily a fan of the border wall concept, not in regards to human rights, but I do see how it could affect these human rights of these people, because the whole purpose of the wall is to force people to immigrate legally. But a lot of the times these people aren't able to immigrate legally because we have a certain amount of people who are able to get citizenship based on applications each year. So since that's limited, not everybody is able to have access to this, and not everybody is able to receive citizenship, even though they are supposed to be able to get it. Or not necessarily citizenship, but a green card, or just have temporary citizenship, or be legally allowed to live in the United States and be protected by law. So a lot of these people are fleeing from a crime-ridden city, a city of poverty where they need to be able to provide for their family. They have very long list of reasons why they might be fleeing from their country. So instead of helping them, we are blocking them out. We are making a separation between our two governments, which is kind of the opposite of protecting these rights, because we're supposed to work together. All of the governments are supposed to work together in order to protect these people. So if one government isn't quite doing their job, for example, like the Mexican government, if these people aren't protected under their own national law, then in the United States, we should be aiding those people, and we should be helping them so that they're able to get access to better finances, better protection, anything that they might need. So we should be helping them rather than pushing them back. Another thing that I talked about in my debate was enhanced surveillance. So enhanced surveillance was creating programs that basically monitors computers, they monitor internet, phone calls, things like that. And it's supposed to be protecting us, but it's also violating our personal security. So we have to decide whether or not we want to put our national security above our personal privacy, which a lot of people don't want to. And it's not fair that those people who don't want to be protected by the government in that sense, they don't want to have their privacy invaded, why should those people not be protected? Why should it be that the government is able to make that decision for the people rather than the people have any kind of input on it? Because a lot of these programs weren't even known until the creators or people who work for the government came forward and now are seeking refuge in other places because they're afraid of consequences. So I just found it very interesting that the government is able to make those decisions for the people who get no input and often don't even have any knowledge of these security systems that are in place, even though they are affecting or being used every single day. So.